Hello and welcome to the Naked Expat channel, where I share practical advice on living and working abroad. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and share and like this video if you find it useful. I focus on straightforward guidance for those pursuing international lifestyles. My name is Andrew and I'm a retired managing director from the UK. I'm in my late 50s and I've been living overseas for over 20 years. Though I wasn't a digital nomad, I've built a career and a life abroad in various roles, navigating the ups and downs of expat life from Latin America to Europe and Asia. Today, I'd like to talk to you younger folks in your 20s and 30s about the changing world of digital nomad jobs. It's a topic that's close to my heart, as I've seen how technology shifts opportunities, and I want to share some clear, no-nonsense wisdom to help you adapt. Let me set the scene. A few years back, around 2023, platforms like Upwork and LinkedIn were full of remote gigs for things like SEO, web design, virtual assisting, article writing, and proofreading. You'd secure one, head off to a place like Chiang Mai and make it work. But by this year, 2025, those opportunities are thinning out rapidly. The main culprit? Artificial intelligence. It's automating many of those routine remote tasks that digital nomads once filled. However, this isn't the end of the road. Far from it. There are still solid paths for working abroad if you're adaptable and informed. I'll explain these changes first, then outline practical alternatives that hold up in this AI era. I'll cover jobs, countries, and how to get started, all in a way that's easy to follow. Stick with me for about 30 minutes and I promise it'll be worth your time. To start, let's address the reality head-on. AI is transforming remote work, making some roles fragmented and harder to find. In my experience managing teams internationally, I've seen how tools like these streamline operations, but they also displace entry-level positions. Consider SEO, for instance. Optimizing search engines used to involve hands-on keyword research and strategy. Now, AI programs like ChatGPT handle much of that automatically. Reports from the Economic Forum in 2025, this year, indicate that 40% of companies are reducing staff in areas AI can manage. Remote SEO listings have dropped by about 30% on sites like FlexJobs since 2024, merely a year ago. It's efficient for businesses, but it means fewer spots for freelancers. Web design also follows suit. With no-code platforms and AI design aids, basic website creation is largely automated now. A colleague of mine in Mexico, who once earned steadily from site tweaks, had to shift gears because clients now manage changes themselves. Virtual assisting, like scheduling, emails, and basic research, that's another area that's been hit hard by AI assistants because they operate around the clock without breaks, which has led to a 25% decline in such gigs on Upwork. And content-related work like article writing and proofreading, well, AI tools generate and edit text in seconds, sidelining the volume-based jobs that funded many nomad travels. This shift is tough, especially if you're starting out in your 20s or building momentum in your 30s. The popular lists of top nomad jobs from a few years ago are now outdated, like old maps that don't show new roads. Overall remote job postings are down 20 to 25% globally, according to LinkedIn data this year in 2025. Companies are running leaner and relying on AI for repetitive tasks, not digital nomads. But listen, young people, this is a change, not a defeat. In my 20 plus years living abroad, I've learned that adaptability is key. AI is taking the mechanical work, leaving roles that require human insight, creativity, and personal interaction. Think of it as an opportunity to focus on meaningful work. The digital nomad community is still growing. It's over 121 million strong in 2025. That was according to Nomad list, with a 10% increase in digital nomads from last year. Countries are welcoming you with visas like Portugal's D8 or Thailand's long-term resident option. And the jobs? Well, they are there for those who stay flexible. I'll list over 20 solid opportunities now, grouped into categories: enhanced remote roles, hybrid positions blending online and in-person work, and fully on-site work. For each, I'm going to describe what's involved, why it's resilient to AI, the suitable countries for doing it, rough earnings, and simple steps to begin. These are practical ideas drawn from what I've observed and advised others on, aimed at giving you a strong foundation. Firstly, remote jobs that AI enhances rather than replaces, emphasizing human elements like judgment and originality. Number one, interestingly, AI creates demand for specialists who refine its inputs or advise on ethical use, such as checking for biases in business applications. This is fully remote and in very high demand as firms integrate AI carefully. Try Estonia for its tech ecosystem and digital nomad visa. Earnings might range from $50 to $100 per hour freelancing. To start, complete a short online course on platforms like Coursera, build a sample portfolio, and reach out to companies via LinkedIn. 2. Specialized content creation in video or podcasts. Whilst AI can draft text, it lacks the personal touch in videos or podcasts. Share your real experiences on topics like travel or tech. Monetize through sponsors or subscriptions. Audiences value authenticity over perfection. Portugal's Lisbon has a strong creator economy with potential earnings of in the region of $3,000 to $10,000 monthly once you've become established. Begin with basic equipment and consistent posting on YouTube or Spotify. 3. Sales and business development remotely. AI can prepare emails, but building relationships and closing deals requires human rapport. Focus on outreach for tech companies. Thailand's Bangkok offers a vibrant startup scene, and base pay is in the region of $4,000 to $8,000 plus commissions. Practice your skills through networking groups and apply on job boards online. 4. Data interpretation and visualization. Go beyond raw analysis. Tell stories with data using tools like Tableau. AI crunches numbers, you provide the insights. Singapore is a hub for this in Asia. Rates start between $60 to $100 per hour. Get certified for free via Google courses and offer your services on freelance sites. 5. Voiceover work and narration. Your unique voice can't be perfectly replicated by AI without sounding a bit off. Narrate books or ads from a quiet setup. Croatia's coastal spots are ideal for this type of remote work. Pay is between $200 and $500 per finished hour. Audition on dedicated platforms and refine your delivery. 6. Consulting in sustainable marketing. Use your travel knowledge to advise on eco-friendly strategies for brands. Spain's Barcelona has a great green focus and pays retainers of around $5,000 a month. Compile case studies from your experiences and pitch to relevant firms. Category 2 roles are hybrid roles which combine online as well as on-site face-to-face roles. Hybrid opportunities that combine digital tools with real-world presence are resilient from AI because AI cannot replace personal engagement. 7. Impersonal teaching of language or skills. Online teaching is crowded, but face-to-face sessions build deeper connections. Teach English or other skills in small groups. Physical interaction fosters trust and better learning. Vietnam's Hanoi or Da Nang offer between $15 to $25 per hour with supportive visas. Monthly earnings are typically between $1,500 and $4,000 part-time. To better benefit, obtain a TEFL, that's Teaching English as a Foreign Language certification, online beforehand and then advertise locally, boots on the ground in Vietnam. 8. Guided tours and creative experiences. Design and lead personalized tours using apps for bookings, but delivering the experience yourself. AI might suggest itineraries, but your storytelling and your personality makes it memorable. The Philippines Surigao for adventure tours. Fees of around $50 to $150 per tour. You can build up reviews on travel sites and get basic certifications where needed. 9. Photography and videography on location. Capture content for clients, blending tech with your creative eye. Mexico's Oaxaca for vibrant shots. Projects pay between $2,000 to $6,000 each. And although you need to invest in good gear, you can then market through social media. 10. Coaching in fitness and wellness. Offer online plans alongside impersonal classes, like personal training and life coaching, incorporating local elements. Thailand or Bali for retreats, and sessions normally charge out at between $40 to $80. You can also certify online and connect within community spots. 11. Planning events for expat groups. Organise gatherings digitally, then host them in person. Portugal's Lisbon is a hotspot for this, and event fees range between $3,000 to $7,000. Start off by assisting at existing events. 12. Consulting on cultural and translation. Help businesses adapt to local markets through advice and on-site work. Morocco's Marrakesh, for example, for hands-on insights. Hourly, you can charge between $50 and $100. You can build on your language skills and network with international corporations. Lastly, there are primarily in-person, hands-on work. These require 100% human contact that is irreplaceable by AI. 13. Hospitality work and bartending. Flexible shifts in bars or lodges provide income and connections. Bali or Greece's islands, for example. You can earn between $1,000 and $3,000 monthly, plus tips. Rely on your personality and no formal training is required. 14. Working on farms or agritourism. Paid positions in sustainable farming or hosting visitors. These are particularly popular positions in New Zealand or Costa Rica, where salaries range from between $800 to $2,000 a month, with perks, and in a lot of instances, free accommodation and food. Look for opportunities on dedicated sites. 15. Instructing in adventures like diving. Lead activities after you're certified. The Philippines or Egypt is a great place for this, and you can earn between 2,000 to 5,000 US dollars a month. Complete certifications online and join local operations. 16. Collaborating with artisans. Source and sell crafts ethically, involving direct interactions, which is popular in India or Peru. You can earn between 2,000 and 5,000 a month doing this, and it's perfect for using online platforms to sell product. 17. Supporting mental health in communities. If you're qualified, facilitate group sessions in places like the Czech Republic, Prague, for example, where you can charge between 40 and 70 US dollars per session. All you really need to do is to pursue basic training first. 18. Performing music or entertainment. If you have a gift, gig in local venues. South Korea, for example. Earnings vary between 500 to 3,000 US dollars per month, and it gives you the opportunity to practice and perform publicly. 19. Coordinating eco-projects. You can manage conservation efforts. These are popular in countries like Indonesia or Ecuador. And these positions pay between 1,500 to 4,000 US dollars monthly. And you can apply through non-profit listings. 20. Hosting culinary events. Teach or prepare meals. The Lebanon or Mexico is popular for this, and you can earn between $100 to $300 per event. Start in your local area. 21. Guiding wildlife experiences. Lead tours in nature. Join companies in Kenya or Costa Rica and earn between 2,000 to 6,000 US dollars, but this is seasonal. And get your eco certifications. That's a solid list of 21 options, and there are more if you dig deeper. The point is, whilst AI has changed things dramatically, informed flexibility opens doors. Some practical advice. Check visas on resources like Citizen Remote. It highlights countries, there's over 70 of them now, that offer digital nomad visas. Budget for between 2,000 and 4,000 monthly in affordable spots like Vietnam. And make sure you build up a network via forums and apps. And be prudent. Always have a buffer of between 3 months and 4 months as a cushion and secure good health coverage. One more practical tip from my many years abroad. Keeping costs in check is half the battle for sustainable nomading. Here are some straightforward popular apps and websites that digital nomads swear by in 2025 for saving on travel, accommodation, and even job hunting. I've drawn these from reliable sources like NomadGate and Grateful Nomads. They're evergreen tools that help you stretch your budget without skipping on the experience. First for travel is Skyscanner. It's a go-to for flights. It scans hundreds of airlines and flights and flags up the cheapest dates, often saving you 20 to 30% by you being flexible. Hopper predicts price drops and alerts you when to book, turning guesswork into savings. For data on the go, Aralo's eSIM beat roaming fees, costing cents on the dollar in 200 plus countries. And don't overlook Wise for transfers. It used to be called TransferWise, it's now simply Wise. It converts currencies at real rates, slashing bank markups on international payments. On accommodation, Airbnb shines for longer stays with weekly discounts up to 50%, perfect for that Bali villa without breaking the bank. Booking.com guarantees the lowest prices on hotels and apartments with easy cancellations. Hostel World is ideal if you're solo and very budget conscious, listing hostels worldwide with nomad reviews to avoid duds. Agoda, especially in Asia, often undercuts others on hotels with sudden flash sales. For job search and gigs, Upwork remains king for freelance leads with filters for remote, nomad-friendly roles. Negotiate rates to keep more in your pocket, of course. Flex Jobs curates vetted remote jobs, saving time on scams and dead ends. Nomad List not only ranks cities, but has jobs boards connecting you to local opportunities, often at competitive expat rates. A few bonuses. Revolut for budgeting with fee-free ATM withdrawals abroad, and Jack's Flight Club for emergency alerts on mistake fares that can halve your ticket price. Download these, set alerts, and track your spends. It'll add up to thousands saved over the year. So, to you in your 20s and 30s, draw on this wisdom, stay adaptable, and embrace the opportunities. The world is still open for meaningful adventures. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you've not already done so. It does help my channel get noticed. Until next time, enjoy.